Lungs are elastic infoldings of the body surface, sealed within the surrounding chest cavity, that are used to exchange gas between blood and air. Expansion or contraction of the chest cavity, accomplished by motion of the diaphragm, causes a corresponding expansion or contraction of the lungs. This, in turn, produces the inhalation of oxygen and the exhalation of carbon dioxide. Because the pressure inside the chest cavity is always negative, the lungs stay relatively inflated even upon exhalation. If the chest cavity is pierced by a knife or other accident, the negative pressure is lost and the lungs collapse. The lungs are divided into myriads of tiny sacs called alveoli, or singular, alveolus. The alveoli are surrounded by tiny, extremely thin-walled capillaries, into which deoxygenated blood flows. When air enters the respiratory tract and reaches an alveolus, oxygen diffuses across the epithelium of the alveolus and the thin capillary wall into the blood within the capillaries, where it binds to hemoglobin. This process oxygenates the blood that leaves the capillaries. The alveolus functions as an interface between air and blood. That interface consists of a thin layer of epithelial cells, some extracellular fluid, and the wall of a capillary. The capillary wall is so thin that oxygen and carbon dioxide readily cross it. Upon entering the capillary, the oxygen molecules encounter passing red blood cells, diffuse into them, and bind with one of the hemoglobin molecules inside. The bloodstream distributes the oxygen from the lungs to the tissues throughout the body. The bloodstream also delivers the carbon dioxide waste from the tissues that generated it back to the lungs for expulsion.